Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. It's Mommy Drew and I am in the reaction room. Give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the red subscription button and join the D Nation family. Share our videos out if you want to, guys. We do a lot of things over here on this channel. One of the things that I do is reactions. Today, guys, I'm going to be doing a reaction, but it's not a music reaction. Today's a commentary reaction. Sometimes I do those. And so today, I'm going to be doing a commentary reaction to a video that was put out by Dymondsflawless. Dymond, if you guys do not know, is a young female YouTuber, and she does an awesome job. She is beautiful. She has a lot of subscribers. Her content is great. She does her own editing and so forth. She does a really good job, and she does more than just YouTube. You know, there's a handful of young YouTubers that I follow out there that do an awesome job. She is one of them. I'm really impressed when I see how much these young people are achieving. So I follow her, and over the past couple months, Dymond's life has taken a turn. Her life just totally went left. And there was a lot of assumptions being made about this beautiful young lady, a lot of mean things being said about her. So Dymond decided to put out a video, an apologetic video and an explanation video explaining to her fans and followers what had been going on with her.
It's Dymond. Today I just want to talk to you guys one-on-one. I've been going through it behind the scenes, so I'm just going to basically come to you as one-on-one and tell you what has been happening.
You know, I'm even a little concerned about that video that she put out, because I wondered, my goodness, did she expose too much of her own personal? Being that I see so many people are mean and awful to her sometimes, I wondered, had she put out too much in this video? But at the same time, I want to commend you, Dymond. You did an awesome job, first of all, by standing up and explaining what you went through, because it can help some other people out there actually, and you did a good job. You showed strength in being able to do what you did, and also the apologies that you gave.
An apology video to all my fans, to my friends, my family, and to everyone around me.
That was outstanding and a stand-up thing to do. And as I watched this entire video, she tried to explain certain things that took place with her that transpired over a number of days and weeks that led up to some of the things that was going on. She, of course, couldn't explain anything because she had some memory lapse in between there because of some of the things that she had exposed, which is totally understandable and believable. Based off of my experience with dealing with people who have been exposed to some of these medications that she talks about in her video. After I got through watching, I started looking at some of the comments. My main purpose for looking at the comments was my heart was just crying for Dymond, and I was saying, I hope that people are not in these comments just being awful, because often you would find that over the past couple weeks, because of the things that she had been going through, people have been awful to her. And I was pleased as I went through the first couple comments. People were being really kind, understanding, and full-heartedly empathetic and sympathetic with her. And that was great, because social media can be so harsh. But one of the things I did see as I was going through the comments was a question by one of her subscribers. The question came from CVSBI, and it said, can someone explain to me, did the drug her security guard roofied her caused her to have schizophrenia and the manic outbreaks? So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Yes, actually, to answer your question, that drug could have very well triggered a lot of the things that Dymond had been experiencing over the past couple weeks. So Rubenol is classified as a benzodiazepine, which is a controlled substance. This particular drug is also called the date rape drug. It's a drug easily used for those reasons, because the drug, number one, it has no taste, it has no odor, and it's colorless. So this drug can be placed in anything. And in Dymond's video, she explained that this drug is believed to have been placed in her water, which she had been drinking on a particular night.
put a roofie and a date rape drug, is also called date rape drug, in my drink.
And it could very well be placed in any type of liquid, water, alcoholic drinks. It doesn't matter because the drug has no taste, it's colorless, and it's odorless. So that particular drug, when consumed, it can give a sense of euphoria. If you don't know what euphoria means, you're on a high, like life is good. You're on cloud 10, not even 9. You've gone past that. You just feel empowered and you can achieve anything. I have not experienced this, but that is what euphoria means. It's just an overwhelming feeling of good, but at the same time, this drug also lowers the person's inhibitions and lowers the person's judgment.
I started acting very weird. I wasn't in the same mind state.
So you get on this feeling of high and power, but then you're unable to make good judgment. You're uninhibited, where you would usually think something is a danger, or you would usually run away from a stranger, or usually you'll decline an abnormal practice. It seems okay to you. That's the frame of mind that this particular drug puts someone in. So based on how much of the drug is consumed, the person can get overly aggressive and negative. All these things are some of the behaviors that Dymond exhibited along the weeks and days of some of the things that she had been doing. Manic phases, manic meaning they're over hyper, really hyper, and then sometimes they can have these phases as to where they're depressed.
They told me that I was manic when I got there.
Or if you understand what this drug can do to someone, it can mimic the same type symptoms of what someone with mania or schizophrenia would go through. So it absolutely does make sense what she shared on that video. There's a certain part of the video, Dymond mentioned that her heart rate was over 150 over...
My heart rate was 156 over 90.
And she didn't mean heart rate. She actually meant her blood pressure. But yes, consumption of this particular drug, based off of how much she was exposed to, can send the central nervous system into a tailspin. So definitely could have caused her heart to be racing. It could have caused her to feel like she had shortness of breathing. She explained some of these things in her video. It can also cause the blood pressure, which is what Dymond did explain, but she called it her heart rate. She was talking about her blood pressure. It can cause the blood pressure to be elevated. And yes, most definitely, her blood pressures were high for someone of her age. Her diastolic number, which is the number on the bottom that she described, was way too high. That number should not be over 90. So she was in a lot of danger. So that's to answer that question. Also, the symptoms that someone experienced from that date drug kicks in about 15 to 30 minutes, but based off of how much you consumed, it can last for hours into days. So yes, it was not a nice thing that was done to her being given that drug. Based off of what the person was expecting or hoping to do to her, only God knows how much of that drug that individual put into her fluid that she was drinking. And I was wondering at one point, there was one video that her dad made a comment saying that he was now having to be her bodyguard. And I was wondering, what is he talking about? But now I kind of understand that basically he was saying he can't trust anyone with his daughter because this person was supposed to be her security guard. And this is what this person turned around and did to her, which was absolutely awful. One of the other things that Dymond did explain in her video, which is why I thought she made herself so vulnerable in this video. She explained that she had been dabbling with marijuana.
I've been smoking marijuana since I was 13. Percocet since I was 18.
And she had been taking some prescriptive drugs. I think she said Percocets in the video. If any of these drugs were in her system, when she got exposed to the Rupanol, all that would have done was exacerbated her symptoms even more. And she was very open to share that she was using these things, and she explained that she was using these things because she was having symptoms of depression and anxiety. What I do want to share with anyone who's watching this video, especially teens and young adults, is to understand understand that opioids, THC, or marijuana, whichever you want to call it, Mary Jane, these medications will not address your symptoms of depression. It will not address your symptoms of sadness. It will not address your symptoms of social anxiety. So anyone trying to sell you these things on the street or give them to you in school or wherever, telling you, here, take a little of this, it will help you with your depression, they're leading you down a wrong path. Do not believe them. A big part of the crisis that we're having here in America has to do with prescriptive drugs. Percocet, Lortabs, clonazepams, Xanax, all these things. Really, don't get these things off of the street. You don't know what people are giving you. There's so many different countries where people can purchase these things from. They're not going through FDA regulations, and you don't know what you're taking into your system. These medications can mess with your psyche and have long-term effects. So most definitely, guys, don't use those things. There are hotlines out there. Reach out to people that you trust, people that can help you. There is a national hotline out there known as SAMHSA. And SAMHSA stands for, that's SAMHSA, and that stands for Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration, a national government body here that helps people with substance abuse and mental health issues. There's an 800 number that you can call. That 800 number is 1-800-662-HELP. It would be best to reach out to groups such as this instead of trying to self-medicate and not understanding what you're taking. One of the other things I do want to, as I mentioned before, I think Dymond was a big person to do the apologies that she did. And I hope the people that she apologized to accept her apologies. I really think she was sincere with her apologies. However, one person that I do not think Dymond owed any apologies to was the girlfriend of her ex-boyfriend. Dymond, you owed that person absolutely no apologies. And this is why I feel this way. It doesn't even have anything to do with the fact that you were not yourself when you became engaged in some of the things. You never did anything physical to that person. And even in videos that that person have put out discussing this situation, never once has this person ever said or could say that you ever laid a hand on her or any of her property. All they would ever say is that the things you said hurt, the things you say, the things you say. Well, people are gonna say things all the time, but it absolutely does not mean that you should ever lay your hands on someone or their personal property. It was big of you to apologize, but I'm telling you, you owe that person absolutely no apology. That person came into your personal space and did things to you and your personal property that is unforgivable. Well, you can't forgive, but it was unreasonable. That person should have never allowed their anger to get them to where they're physically causing harm to someone. It was big of you, but not necessary. I hope I was able to answer the question that was asked by that person in the comments. I hope I was able to share great information with you guys. Basically, the takeaway from this video, first of all, I want to say, Dymond, you did an awesome job, and I wish you much success, and I hope you can stay on this path that you're on right now. Your parents do love you. I think they've done an awesome job with getting you as far as you have, with all that you have achieved at your age, and your mom loves you. As a mother, I can tell you, your mom only wants the best for you, and she absolutely loves you. I can see and understand that you're daddy's girl, but your mom absolutely loves you, and I wish you the best. Don't forget, guys, if you're having any challenges with depression, substance abuse, if you're a teen, a young adult, and anyone is trying to help you self-medicate, please do not accept. Reach out to professionals. Call the SAMHSA 1-800 hotline to get help that you need. Guys, give this video a big thumbs up. If you know anyone that could benefit from this information, share the video out. If you are new, we welcome you, we thank you. Leave a comment down below. If you have any other questions that you want to ask, and I'll try my very best to answer those questions. This is Mommy Drew signing out from the reaction room. You guys know what I say every time I sign out. You can say it with me. D to the D to the D to the D Nation. Out. Bye.